All right, everybody, welcome back. We have a quick episode today. Last time we talked about and spoke about decisions, and I see a lot of people viewed the video. That is fantastic. And what I'm going to go into depth about today again is decision, because we can always become more proficient and more effective at making decisions. The one question I want to ask you before we start is, what is your ability or level of belief in decision making? And I want you to type something down in the comments below, what you think that means, or what that means to you. What a decision means / looks like to you. Does that mean, do you have the idea that, it's impulsive or whatever, or unthought out, you need to think about it or give some time to it? Like, what does a decision mean? And I want you to send that in the comments and let me know what you think, because these are all ideas that have been fixed in our subconscious mind, which is our habitual mind. So we've been programmed with ideas and things that just are not true at all. And these things that we've been programmed with control our behaviors. And if we've been taught, you got to take it slow, you got to think really hard about it. And yes, there are things to be done that, you want to put thought to it. You put thought to it, and there's certain ways to do that. However, there's a difference between doing something with no thought and no intention, no purpose, and just making a decision just without caution. And then there's the time of being overcautious, and that gets you nowhere either. So we want to be aware of whether we are making our decisions promptly, definitely, and with purpose, with our definite purpose in mind. And what do I mean by that? Well, that's something we can get into in a whole different video, completely different topic, or video in itself, is definiteness of purpose. We want to know exactly where we're going, what we're doing, and that's something we can dive into on a later video. However, for now, what we're going to do is just get you going on this for now. What comes to mind when you think of decision making? Do you feel like you're a really good decision maker now? Do you feel like you make very effective decisions? What does that mean to you? And I would love for you, and I want you to put that down in the box below, comment box down there. Let me know what you think. Let me know how this resonates with you, if it does at all. And if it does, again, leave a comment and let me know what that means. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. I'm building these up. We're almost here for our tower. This is good. We're making it. All right, let's go. So what we can do right now is jump down in this water pool here. That, and we're gonna go get some stone quick and do our due diligence here in this realm area. So now that you've had some time to write down what you think a decision means, what that looks like, and I'm sure a lot of you are gonna feel like, that's silly. I know what decisions are. I know how to make decisions. Why is this person asking? I make decisions all the time. That's good. That's great. We do all make decisions, and you are absolutely right. If those are the thoughts that are going on in your mind, don't worry. Don't be upset. There's no need to feel angry about it. Just be very objective with it. Are your decisions leading you to results? And results are things that we're receiving in our life. Are they leading you to the things that you want? Are they getting you to, whether you want to be a really good sports player, whether you want to be a really good musician at a certain musical instrument, whether you want to be really good at school, math, whether you want to teach people things, whether you want to be an entrepreneur, whether you want to do whatever it is, you have an idea. Are your decisions made promptly, and are they being made in the direction of that thing? So there's a very big distinction to make. And people, they say, I got to think about my decisions. Well, there is a difference between procrastination and thinking about what you're actually doing. And there's a difference between real thought and just busyness of the mind. What do I mean by that? Busyness of the mind is when our mind, it never shuts off. Never. If anyone says, I don't want to think about this today or right now, all that they're saying is that I'm just going to let all of the different habits in my brain that have been there, whether it's what I want or not, I'm just going to let them do their work and go to work, and I'm not going to think, because thinking never stops. If we want anything in life, we must think, because if we're not, we're allowing those old habit patterns of thought to control what we get. And if those aren't programmed with, if we're not a multi-million-dollar family heritage, and even then there are programmed habits that just do not serve that person for what they want. No matter where you are, no matter where you're grown up with, we all have habits and things to form to get to a higher version of ourselves. That never ends. No matter where you are, who you are, no matter what you've achieved. So if you want to achieve something greater and the person says, I don't need to make that decision right now. I don't need to think right now. I can do that later. All that they're saying is that I'm going to allow these old habits of thought, old habits of thinking, doing, being, I'm going to let them control how I feel, how I act, what comes into my life. And that's a way someone can go about it. However, I would highly recommend to not do that. I would highly recommend to, if that makes you uncomfortable to think, that's good. Think anyway. Just do it anyway. Just be like, I don't like this anymore. And I don't want these results anymore. I don't want what this brings into my life. So I'm going to think. No matter how uncomfortable it is, I'm going to think. And you might say, what does that mean? Because I remember when I was told, you just have to think. I was like, man, I'm thinking all the time. What do you mean? Like, how much more do you want me to think? And there's clear, concise, precise thoughts based off of a definite aim, a definite purpose, a definite goal. That's real thinking, when we're really saying, this is where I'm going, this is the picture that I see of where I'm going, this is what I want in my life, what can I do to get there? That is real thought. And then the thoughts, you think, okay, well, what would that look like? What is that person, that male, that version of me? What is he or she doing? What are they like? How do they treat people? How do they treat themselves? And as you start to think from that end version, from that end vision of you, those answers are going to come naturally. That's thinking. That is deep thought. That is true thought. That is real thought. So next time someone says, or maybe even ourselves, we hear ourselves saying, I don't want to think about that, reevaluate that and say, why? Why don't I want to think about this? Well, it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, good. I know that if I'm not uncomfortable, I'm not growing. So I'm going to think, and I'm just going to do it anyway. And that's where your exponential growth is going to happen and lie. That's where it lies. Because when we think, we grow. And as we think continually over a period of time, that growth just gets stronger. And as we just keep doing it, that growth, you're going to look back and be like, where did I even start? Where did I even come from? So now that you've done the exercise down below, put your thoughts in your comments down below for what you think a decision is. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your point of view on this, and put it down there. Let me know what you think, and we'll continue this next video, whether it's on decision or whether it's on something different, but I will go over the comments. So let me know, and if anyone wants to chat, I will absolutely reach out to you. And I would love to hear what you think and to see how we can grow in your perception of what a decision is. So thank you all for tuning in. I will chat with you very soon. I will see you on the next live. Let's get this going. I'll see you soon.